Moving on, in the same kind of territory, but on the flip side of it, I talk so much about the benefit in the technological space in relationship to competition and how it brings the best stuff forward. It delivers the best products at the best prices for so many people. This is on the flip side of that, why a T-Mobile Sprint merger could be devastating for consumers. And this is via Market Watch. Some people actually asked me to comment on this. For the record, I'm located in Canada. I'm not a T-Mobile, Sprint, Verizon, or AT&T customer. But there is a deal on the table here. Federal Communications Commission Chairman Ajit Pai said he plans to recommend the merger. Now, this is the same dude who took all that heat. Do you guys remember that? He was memed up. It was the whole thing. That was back around the time when we were talking about, what was it? What's the name? Net neutrality. When net neutrality was the big hot topic. This is him. So anyhow, he, I don't know how many fans he's gonna accumulate from this new one. He might get the same. He might get memed up again because I don't know. I mean, first of all, like I said, I'm not a customer of either of these two companies, but this seems like one of those cases where if this thing takes place, this merger, it could have some negative consequences. It could have a negative impact on the telco marketplace in the United States. And one of those areas where competition is so important to maintain it to a degree to keep the rules of the game in a safe territory where there are actually a few options available. What the right number of options is, that's potentially what can be debated. But from personal experience here in our local market here in Canada, we have 3 carriers, like 3 big players, three major competitors. That's Bell, TELUS, and Rogers. And their prices are all identical. They're kind of like the gas stations around here because it's a similar situation for us in that department. And is there really competition? Are they really pushing each other forward? And do customers have enough choice? Now, a few other new players have emerged, but they don't have the same footprint potential. They don't have the same coverage. It's an uphill battle to be a new player. Freedom Mobile is the one that Will's going to showcase here. Actually, I think you're a Freedom Mobile customer. Is that right? Or you used to be? You are. Yeah. So they attempt to offer a lower price, but there are consequences. Coverage is not as good.
It's so bad.
Yeah. So, but you get it. But at least there's some other choice.
Yeah, it's an option.
Which you selected for that particular option. So, again, this guy's pointing at us here. He likes the option. They didn't pay him. He just feels that way. What's he from? Arrested Development.
David.
Yeah.
Arquette?
Arrested. Will Arnett?
Will Arnett, sorry.
Will, you just called Will Arnett David Arquette?
Sorry, David.
How dare you? It rhymes, though, so I mean, I feel like I can cut you some slack on that one. Anyway, both T-Mobile and Sprint's stock price is down right now. Apparently, the deal is around $26 billion, an all-stock merger. Speculation has been mounting for years. For the record, Sprint, T-Mobile, number 3 and number 4 American wireless carriers. I know a lot of people like T-Mobile. There are better deals to be had on T-Mobile, is my understanding. But of course, this merger is now on the table, and that could potentially disrupt that. So this might be one of those cases. Maybe Trump should be stepping in here instead of in the Huawei case. This could be one of those situations in which you can protect the marketplace, keep the competition alive and healthy, and offer customers more choices instead of less. But at this point, this main player, Ajit Pai, said he plans to recommend the merger. So we may see it take place anyhow. My personal opinion, much like the previous conversation, is that competition is a good thing. Choices for customers are a good thing most of the time. So based on my limited knowledge on the situation, I would say that would probably be my position. But this is one of those areas where I think people can carry on the conversation down in the comment section, especially people who happen to be customers of these two brands. You can let me know and let the audience know if this merger would serve you well or if you would prefer for these two companies to remain independent.